FOMC, Federal Reserve. Stocks are mixed after the Fed holds rates steady in Powell's farewell address. It's out with the old, in with the new. Warsh is on deck. Oil price keeps spurting higher, but U.S. stocks hold near their records. The Federal Reserve, they're not lowering interest rates. What's going on? Powell plans to stay on at Fed after his term as chair ends, citing legal action by administration. So there's been some news about that recently. Elon Musk tells his side of OpenAI's beginning trial, pitting him against CEO Sam Altman. The battle of the titans. Altman versus Musk. AI recently, OpenAI's waffled. Sales aren't doing so good. We shall see. Bank of America gave up HP Enterprises stock. Supermicro computer news. Expands its data center offerings. Should you buy, sell, or hold Supermicro? Hey everyone, tell me what you think, right? I go over the geopolitics news and socioeconomics. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. Stay with me to the end. I got to keep it low because don't want to wake family up because they're having a migraine headache. Dan Ives' latest AI ETF goes beyond the Mag 7, focusing on the circulatory system of the tech revolution. Computer chips. Bloom Energy just hit a high of all time. Should you chase the rally on Bloom Energy? It's never too high to buy, never too low to sell. Your smartphone could be an AI agent. An AI and Qualcomm stock is positioned. Dell Computer just got a new street high price target. Should you buy the shares? Dell's been in the news recently. Dell and then NVIDIA, Hewlett Packard, S&P market just closed, So I go over the geopolitics, socioeconomics. It allows me to stay dialed in, and then I'm able to formulate a trading plan. S&P minis off about 6.5 points. The NASDAQ 100 up about 134 on Intel. Intel's pumping. The Dow futures off about 300 points at the close here. The Dixie at 98.795. The VIX 20.25. The 10-year at 110-125. Crude oil again 107.59, up about $8. Gold's off again at 4,062. Silver bullion off about $1.60. My goodness, people. Stock in the global chart of the day on bar chart. I read bar chart every day. Global LNG demand is rising. This stock just hit a new record high as a result. Archrock Inc., stock symbol AROC. Might be a good stock to do a buy right, purchase a stock and then sell a call. We shall see. Active stocks, Intel, SanDisk, Advanced Micro Devices. Google's doing great. I want to say hi to all of my subs on Google and on Twitter, on X, and Rumble too. I produce my videos there. A lot of news. Crude oil up, that's showing the strength. The Straits of Hormuz, Russia and China and North Korea. United Arab Emirates is bailing out of, not NATO, but out of OPEC. I don't know, Vladimir Zelensky and the Ukraine and the Crimea Peninsula and Russia. So enough on that. Let's take a look at what's going on in Yahoo Finance. This is typically my morning routine. I find that I was producing my videos early, and I'm an old timer, I admit it. So it's a little easier for me to just kind of do my videos midday or mid-afternoon. Today's a little longer because I had medical emergency at my house. So let's look at Yahoo Finance, ready? Same information, just expressed a little differently. Crude oil, VIX, crude oil pumpity pump. Jerome Powell says he's staying on as Fed governor. The Federal Reserve holds steady as divisions emerge of a policy direction. They're not lowering the interest rate. Trump, I think, wants to lower interest rates. We shall see. Stocks fall as Wall Street braces for big tech earnings. We're in earnings season. Qualcomm beats on earnings. Issues downbeat guidance though. Alphabet doing great. AI search for Google. Google's amazing. Amazon. News on there. Amazon. Meta earnings. Microsoft set to report results as the stock slides. Ackman. Don't scare away the billionaires. So I read the news every day on the geopolitics, and then from that, then I'm able to formulate a trading and speculation plan. It keeps me like I stay well read. Trending stocks, the tickers Intel, INTC up 12%. Intel with a pump. Bitcoin is trending. Had a nice trade in Bitcoin last night. Bought the dippy dip 3 times on the retracement. Pumped this morning, sold it, and now I'm trying to accumulate Bitcoin again. SoFi Technologies off 15%. Selling some puts there. Bloom Energy. Breakout on Bloom Energy. Time to sell some calls. Plug Power active. Plug Power's got Nokia and Plug Power, some good traders, boy, let me tell you. And option premiums are rocking and rolling. Plug, PLUG, they're in the hydrogen economy. I've read some stories about hydrogen economy being used to fuel artificial intelligence data centers for using hydrogen fuel cells. Yeah, man, that's awesome. So, top gainers, Silicon Motion, up 45%, selling some calls there. Max Linear with the pumpity pump, MXL. Cocoa, the Vita Cocoa Company, I think they make coconut water, up 26%. Extreme Networks up 28%. And again, Bloom Energy on the breakout. Top losers, Teradyne, actively traded stock off 20%. SoFi off 15%. SiteOne Landscape off 15%. Lemonade, I guess when you're given rotten lemonade, you make lemonade, because the stock's off about 15% today. Time to sell some puts. And Ashland, ASH, off about 14%. So I look at these every day, the biggest gainers, biggest losers, how can I position myself, and I look at the most active. Now stay with me to the end. I want to say hi to everyone on Twitter. I'm going to cap my Twitter account off at 100,000 followers, so you want to get in now. I'm the guy, I don't give financial advice, but I'm the one who called the parabola short on Avis Rent-A-Car, and that stock's just cratered ever since then. You're welcome, but Intel, most active. SoFi Technologies, Nokia, Plug Power, and NVIDIA. Earnings season is here. So I look at the news, and I go over my trading plan. So, and I say this every day, I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. I don't run commercials on my channel, but I did recently publish an ebook. I do affiliate marketing for my own products, right? So I published a book. It's called I Allow Statement, How to Harness the Law of Attraction for Manifesting Your Dreams. I believe that my late dad would always say this to me, son, you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. So from that, I learned, I'm like, I allow. I am powerful and capable, and I can achieve anything that I set my mind to. Then I'll say, I allow. I allow is the most powerful statement to use next to I have it now. So I give thanks every day for my abundant supply that is now manifested. I allow that to happen, and I have that now. And so check out the links below. You can see here, I got some new Patreon subscribers too. People have donated to Patreon to help build my channel up. I'm very thankful. Getting a lot of traction, a lot of new subs too. My channel's starting to take off on Rumble, on Twitter, and YouTube is just amazing. Check out the links below. You can see it if you want to contribute. There's a link there for my book, I Allow Statement, on Amazon Kindle, and also you can donate to my channel too. Got a lot of subscribers that donate, and I'm putting that all back into making my channel slightly better. And I love that quote, slightly better. My channel on YouTube and Twitter and X and Rumble is slightly better today than it was yesterday. So I do full-time research for myself. I allow myself to do that. I am a time multi-billionaire, and I allow that to be. So self-actualization is very important. So let's look at my trading plan for today. Running about 11 minutes. So I'll dollar cost average the Bitcoin. I bought the dippy dip here three times today. We shall see at the pivot points. If you look at my previous couple of videos, I published a video on my pivot point. I do dollar cost average and pivot point every day on Bitcoin. Ethereum, XRP, Solana, my goodness. The Doge, the doggy coin, dog with hat. So these are important things, in order to remain relevant. And there's so much today, like people got the tear in the beer, and there is so much to complain about today. And I really believe that it's valid, but not many people really focus on solutions, solving. See what I do full-time research for me, and I work to solve my problems. And then I give my wonderful viewers like you guys transparency to see how I, solve my problems. I do my own research for myself, like my ebook, I Allow. I have it now. I give thanks. What can I say? My time is my own. What's your time worth? You probably want to not spend as much time on social media and take some time for yourself and be true. Who was it? Shakespeare said it best, to thine own self be true. You want to be true to yourself instead of serving everyone else. Do you. If you don't do you, the world will do you. So think. Love yourself. I love me. I give myself a hug every day. I love me. I'm really important. I do self-actualization. I really believe it, and I live it too. I start the day off with 4 breaths. Inhale, good air in, hold it, and then bad air out. I do 4 of those a day. Some would call it pranic breathing, good air in through the nose. I don't give medical advice, but breathe in, hold it for 2 seconds through the nose, and then let the bad air out. It raises you have your ability to shift into a higher level of thinking and cognitive function, and to have it now. So I do my own research, like I was saying, 15 minutes on the, I don't even edit my videos. So I'll DCA Bitcoin today, sold out yesterday. I don't go all into cash, but I did 3 nice trades, 4 trades in a row now where I bought the dip, and then I monetized, trading some Bitcoin. SPY is peeling off in the aftermarket. I'll DCA it today. Earnings, people. Can't fight the Fed. After hours, the stock market's off. The big leaders here that's part of this SPY ETF, concentration is in technology, financial services, communication, be able to talk on the phone, consumer cyclicals, healthcare, industrials, consumer defensive, energy, utilities, real estate, and basic materials. Companies like NVIDIA, Apple Computer, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet A is amazing, Broadcom, Alphabet C, Meta Platforms, Tesla. These are all great companies for the stocks or stock market. So that's my trading plan. Crypto, I own Bitcoin, like I said, Ethereum, XRP, Solana. My time, I'm so thankful. Time to go shopping at Costco. I'm going to get the big ribeye steak. My cooking videos become popular, but I do carnivore diet. I do intermittent fasting. I don't eat anything until about 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day. And I do water fasting too. 48 or 72 hour tranches of time of water fasting. Gets me leaned up, able to think, get the eye of the tiger thing going. Invest in yourself. You're worth it. If you don't do you, the world will do you. So that's really what I have today. Let's look at CNN real quick. I look on the left, politically. Powell to remain Fed governor after he steps down. Supreme Court limits the reach of Voting Rights Act. James Comey surrenders and appears in court. Dun, 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 dun. It's about time that some government officials were held accountable. Just atrocious. I love President Trump. He's amazing. There is no perfect candidate, but he's doing everything he can. If it wasn't for President Trump, and my channel's not political, I'm for whoever's in office, but if it wasn't for President Trump, we would all be speaking Mandarin Chinese. It's China. It's China. Okay. Or Russian. Ostrovia. The communists. He's making America great again. The White House lays groundwork for longer Iran blockade as Trump tries to inflict economic pain, sanctions and oil embargoes for Iran. News headlines, the Met Gala with Anna Wintour. Wow. Soccer, football. King Charles and Queen Camilla visit New York's 9/11 Memorial and Harlem on the third day of the U.S. trip. For the Queen. Trump stamp. He's going to have a stamp. The president wants taxpayer dollars to put his name all over the place. The Trump stamp. So that's what's being reported on the left. Comey. Showing the image of the hanging his head in shame. It is pitiful. We need to love our president and be present to him and be uplifting. There's so much, people complain about everything today. They got nothing better to do, complain. Oh, it's just so awful. The U.S. is the greatest country in the world, people. Trump is fighting for your freedoms. Fight back. Take back the country. We got to fight the deep state and this leftist. Senator McCarthy was right. McCarthyism back in the 50s, he was right. The communists are taking over Hollywood and then producing all this negative Babylonian negative nastiness, and instead of being uplifting, it's just Babylon. Babylon has fallen. That's what some have said. Trump's amazing. Trump has made me wealthy, rich, and affluent, while at the same time everyone else complains about everything. The U.S., much of it has turned into a welfare state. Trump is he's a fighter. VP Vance opens on Minnesota fraud investigation. Not frog, but fraud. Vance. Task force already expanding in the U.S. It's unreal, the fraud, the government fraud and waste and everything. But they're gonna fight to investigate the fraud and to make it right. Former FBI deputy reveals hidden dossier that would never meant to be found. Dan Bernardino and then Kash Patel. New York City mayor asks King Charles to give back treasure that the United Kingdom and Britain took centuries ago. So, global fallout. Trump reveals details of good conversation with Putin on Iran and the Ukraine. And then Jimmy Kimmel jumps on the Trump quib during King Charles that calls for president firing. We need to fire Jimmy Kimmel and get him just awful. We need to be uplifting instead of being disrespectful. May let's work together to make America great again. Come on, people. We gotta fight. We gotta fight for our right to party. So that's the news. Let's see BBC. Comey surrenders over charge of president and life and Instagram posts. He should be. They should take all the FBI directors and put them in chains. They need to clean the swamp out, to clean it out, and to make America great again. Supreme Court limits use of race in drawing electoral maps. So redlining again, and having equality for people. Police declare incident after such. I can't even report on this. It's too hot for the tube. Jerome Powell. So, can't fight the Fed. Some are calling to have the Fed removed. It's just, the financial system's being redesigned anyway. People are recognizing the Fed's, it's all self-dealing. But Trump's fighting with the Stable Coin Act, and then crypto and blockchain and stable coins. Let's make America great, man. So, 23 minutes. So thankful. That's what I have. Selling some puts today, buying some calls, selling calls. I like to sell options. Check out my ebook below on I Allow. Self-actualization. You got to believe it. You got to believe in yourself. Government's not going to be there. They're not going to bail you out. You got to bail yourself out. You got to do you. You got to believe in yourself. Instead of being dependent on thinking that you're going to get a handout, for everything. Instead of being productive. So that's my opinion. It's opinion only, not a financial advisor. Information purposes only. With that, everyone, 23 minutes, what do you think? Is the Iran war, is it going to end? Is the Iran war going to end, really? Is it on again, off again? Trump's going to save the day. We got to fight. We got to fight and survive. Links below. Fight, people. Be a prepper. Think. You got to believe in yourself. Believe it. I give thanks for my abundant supply, now manifested. I have it now. I believe it too. I'm a time multi-billionaire. I've been able to fight back and survive and thrive. I'm a fighter. Links below.